Now on CBS 12 News this morning, it's back to class, the full return of in-person learning and a brand new school year like no other. CBS 12 News is everywhere from the Palm Beaches to the Treasure Coast. Everything you need to know to get ready for this big day.
Well, the governor lashing out at any school district that defies his orders, what he's threatening to do to superintendents and school board members in districts that impose mask mandates.
And back to school game changer on the Treasure Coast. If something bad happens on campus, you need to get to your child immediately. There's a new plan for that in Martin County. Parents, you have to hear this.
You're watching CBS 12 News this morning.
Well, in just hours, thousands of students across our local counties will head back to the classroom. Good morning, I'm Matt Lincoln.
I'm Ashley Glass. It is a big day. It's a big day for parents, students, and staff. The full return of in-person learning and the start of a brand new school year.
And this morning, CBS 12 News getting you ready with everything you need to know before you head out the door to drop off your kids.
We have team coverage for you all morning long from Palm Beaches to the Treasure Coast. I want to start with Lauren and that back-to-school forecast. Lauren, how's it looking?
We got a couple showers out there this morning as the kiddos are headed off to school, so you might encounter some of them as you are headed out the door this morning. Now, if you're headed out on the roads within the next few minutes, you're going to notice some of those wet streets out there. Couple of showers coming on shore right now along the coast of Martin County. That includes Hobe Sound down towards Tequesta and northern Palm Beach County. Few showers moving through Jupiter, a little rain passing through Jupiter Farms, also right near Palm Beach Gardens. These showers are coming on shore, moving through very quickly, so nothing's really going to slow you down too much. A little rain out near the Turnpike, near Wellington. Little light shower also coming on shore near Boca. 70s Treasure Coast, starting in the low 80s across southern Palm Beach County this morning, but everyone's temperatures are increasing throughout the day. We are warming towards the upper 80s by the later part of the morning.
6:02 is the time right now. We are following some breaking traffic news in northern Palm Beach County. You are taking a look at the Turnpike right now, where you can see there is a rolled over truck in the northbound lanes of the Turnpike at mile marker 112. This is between PGA Boulevard and Indian Town Road. At least one truck, we do believe 2 trucks involved in this accident there on the Turnpike right now. And again, all northbound lanes blocked between Palm Beach Gardens and Jupiter. If you take a look here at the traffic map right now, you can see there is that red line heading north. So if you're heading up into Martin County this morning, you will want to take I-95 as an alternate. You can exit the Turnpike at PGA Boulevard and take I-95. I do want to let you know the crash we were following in Lake Worth on I-95 near 10th Avenue North has cleared. All lanes are back open there.
Lots of good news on that one, Sam. Also today, make sure you are careful on the roads. Watch out for kids waiting for the bus or crossing the street. Remember, when you approach a school bus that is stopped with its red lights flashing and stop arms extended, you must stop from both directions. The only time you do not need to stop for an oncoming school bus is if you are on a divided highway with a raised median or a concrete barrier that separates the lanes of traffic.
6:03 is the time in-person learning starts today, but some parents still aren't sure if they're going to send their child back to school because we are still in a pandemic and COVID is surging right now, especially in Florida. Masks are required for everyone on Palm Beach County school campuses, but parents, you can send in a letter and opt your child out of wearing a mask. Our Andrew Lofholm is live right outside the newly renovated Washington Elementary School in Riviera Beach this morning. And Andrew, the decisions on masks in schools in Palm Beach County, it really came down to the wire.
Yeah, that's right. That decision was made just on Saturday by Interim Superintendent Mike Burke, who saying essentially that masks are optional. He's requiring them, but giving kids the option to opt out. Their parents actually have to sign a letter and give it to the first period teacher today. So if you are planning on opting out your student, this is exactly what you need to know. It's supposed to be a simple letter, one line saying that you're opting your student out of that mask mandate, and they will be good to go without wearing a mask. Now, they'll give that letter again to the first period teacher. Now, since masks will be optional, it's really a hard decision, though, for some parents to send their kids to in-person learning, like Alicia Todd, whose disabled son is at higher risk of a bad COVID infection.
Children with disabilities, they really do better when they are able to be there in person. And unfortunately, without a mask mandate, we just can't do that.
Now, the district is taking other COVID precautions. They're installing HEPA air purifiers in every single classroom for this school year, starting in elementary schools, like here at Washington First, since elementary students aren't eligible for the vaccine. Now, part of the broader COVID plan is encouraging social distancing and quarantines if you test positive or if you're feeling sick and you haven't been tested. But if you are quarantined, it's going to be treated like a normal pre-pandemic sick day. There is not a virtual option. Again, it is full brick and mortar. There's going to be more people, more students, more teachers in person in every single school here in Palm Beach County than at any point of the pandemic. We're live in Riviera Beach. Andrew Lawfome, CBS 12 News.
So it is simple, of course, for a parent to opt out in Palm Beach County if you don't want your child to wear a mask. However, the fight between the governor and school districts is getting more complicated.
You bet it is. The governor is saying he will withhold salaries for those who defy his executive order banning masks.
And Sam Kerrigan has been following this story affecting parents and students from the live desk all week long. Sam, who could potentially take the biggest hit here?
Well, it looks like superintendents and school board members are the target of the governor's latest threat. His office says those are the school leaders who would face financial consequences if they enforce mask mandates. But they did say the approach taken by superintendents in districts where masks are required and parents can opt out is acceptable. And that's what we're seeing in Palm Beach County. It's a different story in other Florida school districts, though. Up in the Panhandle in Leon County, the district will require a doctor's or a psychologist's note to opt out of mask wearing. And the governor's office says a policy like that would violate the executive order banning mask mandates. And while the superintendent in Leon County knows his decision goes against what Governor DeSantis wants, he says you can't put a price tag on someone's life, and that includes his salary.
And at the end of the day, if something happened and things went sideways for us this week and next week as we started school, and heaven forbid we lost a child to this virus, I can't just simply blame the governor of the state of Florida. I can't. And if there's an out and I didn't take the out and I didn't do what was best for the children here in Tallahassee and Leon County, that's on me. And every time I looked at myself in the mirror, it would be really hard to answer that guy.
And this all comes as we continue to break daily records here in Florida for new COVID cases and hospitalizations. The CDC says because of the recent surge of the Delta variant, kids who are 2 and up should wear a mask indoors, including at school. They say children who have mild symptoms or no symptoms at all can still spread the virus. Ashley.
All right, Sam, 6:07. I want to get you caught up on what's happening with masks in nearby school districts. Miami-Dade County hasn't made a final decision on a mask policy. Their superintendent says the district's talking with health experts. In a statement, he says this: at no point shall I allow my decision to be influenced by a threat to my paycheck, a small price to pay considering the gravity of this issue and the potential impact to the health and well-being of our students and dedicated employees. Classes in Miami-Dade start in less than 2 weeks.
And the heated debates about masks in schools will continue later today. Both Broward and St. Lucie County board members will hold meetings regarding their mask mandates. The meeting at Broward County Schools starts at 9 this morning. St. Lucie's starts at 5 this evening.
There's a lot going on here. Just to recap mask policies in our local districts, Palm Beach County is the only school district in our area requiring masks. But again, as Andrew just told you, parents can opt out of it for their children with a letter. Masks are optional in all of our other local school districts.
All right, 6:08 and CBS 12 News' Madeline Montgomery continues our live team coverage in Vero Beach at the Indian River County Bus Depot. Drivers getting ready to hit the road. And Maddie, I can see behind you, buses starting to light up. Action's starting to happen out there.
That's right, Matt. You can feel the energy out here. Bus drivers catching up with one another, honking horns at each other to say hi before the start of the school year. And engines are revving, lights are flashing, and some of them have already started pulling out. And even though this is an exciting time of year, obviously the district is still keeping in mind the COVID numbers that are bad in Florida and in the county in general. So they do have rules in place to keep staff and students safe, and those will be masks are being encouraged in areas where social distancing is impossible. Visitors to campus will be encouraged to wear masks, and hand washing breaks will be taken throughout the day. And school-wide assemblies are going to be postponed for now. They're either going to be delayed or they're going to be virtual for the first 3 months of school.
So we're going to maximize social distancing as best we can. We're going to continue with the clean hygiene, sanitizing our spaces each and every single day. One-way hallways. We learned so much last year that allows us to enter into this new reality in a much better place.
Anyone experiencing COVID-like symptoms from fever to runny nose will be asked to stay home, and they can come to school if they test negative for COVID or if their symptoms pass. And the schools will be keeping a log of students and staff who are testing positive for COVID to hand over to the health department. And again, they're launching off right now to go get these kids, and the superintendent should be here soon to wave goodbye to the bus drivers as they start this new year. Reporting in Vero Beach, Madeline Montgomery, CBS 12 News.
I love how exciting. Maddie's wearing bus yellow also. All right, we check with all of our local school districts on the COVID rules to expect to see on this first day and moving forward. Here's what we found. Palm Beach County School is going to continue to have plexiglass and air filters. Martin and St. Lucie counties will have hand sanitizer stations and masks available for those who choose to wear one. Also, Okeechobee County will change air conditioning filters on a regular basis. That's what they told us. And let's now go to Ashley here live.
Yeah, this is a live look from Fort Pierce Elementary you're looking at here. This is St. Lucie County, where the district has a plan if students have to quarantine. Is it back to virtual learning, heavy makeup work? We are finding out for you this morning. In our next half hour, Terry Hornstein will sort through it for St. Lucie County and all of our local school districts.
And all over the state, the fight takes a big step forward today to get kids caught back up because of the COVID slide. Test scores from last spring showing a dip all across the board in every district, everywhere, and every subject. While this is still not a normal start of a school year, most students are back in class, and in Okeechobee County, they are still assessing the greatest needs for students, but they feel like they took a huge step over the summer.
We had a very robust summer school program. We had record numbers of students attending summer school, after school tutorials, but it's really about effective instruction. So we'll use that data to determine what we need to teach, those standards that we need to go back and reteach. So I think our teachers are ready.
And some of the most work is going to be needed in math education. In Okeechobee, scores were down 13 points from 2019 to 2021, and that's pretty similar to our other school districts as well.
612 now. Martin County is the first school district in our area to have a Reunification Center system. This type of software comes in handy during an emergency or a mass evacuation to help kids and parents get to each other quickly and safely. Every bus in Martin County has a tablet where students just swipe their ID to let bus drivers know, yes, they're on the correct bus. But during an emergency, the tablet will have a new option for drivers. I want you to listen now to how it works.
Once the students start swiping on the bus, their emergency contact is going to be pulled immediately. And that emergency contact, we can send that information saying your child is safe and is going to this location to be picked up.
Once at the designated pickup spot, the software will mark that the student was released so the school can track attendance, make sure no one's missing, everyone's accounted for. That's why it's important to make sure parents update their emergency contact information.
And we have back to school coverage all day long today, from the outcome of the meetings regarding masks in schools to superintendents visiting schools. Make sure to download our CBS 12 News app for all the push alerts.
At 6:13, we're getting you caught up on all the headlines to start your Tuesday. Still ahead, Prince Andrew slapped with a lawsuit this morning. The new accusations tied to a then teenager, the late Jeffrey Epstein, and Mar-a-Lago.
Plus, hundreds forced to evacuate another Miami-Dade County building, why it was found unsafe, and how residents are getting help to relocate. That's in less than 5 minutes.